The race for humanoid robots in 2026 is not just one race. It is two very different stories happening at the same time. EngineAI is building the T800 around raw strength and force. Unitree is building the G1 around scale, accessibility, and developer reach. Both companies want to lead the next chapter of humanoid robotics, but they are taking opposite roads to get there. To understand where this market is heading, you have to put these two robots side by side and look at how each one handles the same questions. The first place that difference shows up is in how each company demonstrates the robot in public. EngineAI wants people to see the T800 as a humanoid built around physical confidence. That became clear in one viral clip, where CEO Zhao Tongyang stood in front of the robot wearing protective padding while the T800 prepared to kick him in the chest. The force sent him backward and down, and the people around him clearly understood how intense the moment was. EngineAI even released raw behind-the-scenes footage to answer earlier doubts that T800 videos looked too smooth to trust. The T800 has also been shown kicking down wooden doors and sparring with humans. Unitree took the opposite approach with the G1. Instead of one shocking demonstration, Unitree leaned on numbers. At the 2026 Spring Festival Gala, dozens of G1 robots performed a synchronized drunken fist routine using swords, poles, and nunchucks. One unit completed a 7.5 rotation air flare spin. Then, at the Temple of Heaven in Beijing, more than 40 G1 robots performed coordinated martial arts, moving in formation at 8.9 miles per hour, 4 meters per second, completing 9.8-foot, 3-meter somersaults, and forming a New Year message visible from above. EngineAI is selling raw force through one robot. Unitree is selling scale through many. If you had to choose today, would a single powerful humanoid impress you more than dozens of coordinated ones working together? Share your thoughts below. When you move past the demonstrations and look at the body itself, the contrast becomes even sharper. The T800 is built from an aerospace-grade magnesium-aluminum alloy shell, giving it a strong frame without making the robot feel like a slow industrial machine. The T800 has 43 degrees of freedom across the body, arms, hands, neck, and waist. Joint torque reaches around 332 foot-pounds, 450 Newton-meters, with each hand able to carry 11 pounds, 5 kilograms. The T800 moves at around 6.7 miles per hour, 3 meters per second, and runs for 2 to 4 hours per session, with a quick-release solid-state battery that swaps out instead of waiting through a long recharge. EngineAI also added active cooling inside the leg joints because powerful movement creates heat fast. The G1 is not chasing those numbers. The base model has 23 degrees of freedom, while the EDU developer version raises that to 43. Hip and knee torque sits around 89 foot-pounds, 120 Newton-meters, far below the T800, but enough for the kind of movement Unitree wants. The G1 runs at around 4.5 miles per hour, 2 meters per second in normal use, and has reached 8.9 miles per hour, 4 meters per second in formation tests. The G1 is lighter, easier to deploy, and easier to test in groups. The T800 is trying to prove what one strong body can do. The G1 is trying to prove what a flexible body can do at lower cost. Perception and onboard intelligence is the next layer of this comparison. The T800 uses a 360-degree LiDAR setup, stereo cameras, and depth sensors to judge distance and avoid obstacles. Inside, the T800 runs on an Intel N97 controller paired with an NVIDIA AGX Orin module, giving it up to 275 TOPS of AI compute and 64 gigabytes of memory. Higher versions are also expected to use NVIDIA's newer Jetson Thor platform. The G1 also uses 3D LiDAR, a depth camera, and onboard NVIDIA Jetson Orin compute, but the package is smaller and tuned for a lighter robot. Both robots are trying to combine strength, perception, and onboard intelligence, but the T800 is built to carry heavier compute for heavier work, while the G1 is built to keep compute efficient for faster, lighter movement. Use cases reveal even more about the split between the two companies. EngineAI is not leading with household tasks or soft interaction. EngineAI is leading with strength, body control, and durability. The goal is a humanoid that could eventually handle demanding physical jobs, including dangerous industrial work. Unitree is pushing the G1 in a different direction. The G1 has become a research platform for projects like HUSKY, which stands for Humanoid Skateboarding via physics-aware whole-body control. Researchers used the G1 to teach a humanoid how to push off with one foot, ride a skateboard, lean into turns, and step on and off the board. Training happened first in simulation with accurate skateboard physics, and then the skill transferred to the real robot. Because the project is open source, the G1 gives other teams a real starting point for more complex movement skills. What if robots like the T800 become strong enough to replace dangerous industrial jobs, while robots like the G1 train the next generation of researchers? Would you trust that future? Share your thoughts below. Price is where the strategies finally make full sense. EngineAI listed the T800 on JD.com with a basic edition starting at $25,000, mainly for exhibitions because that tier does not include dexterous hands or open source access. The Eco Edition moves up to $33,000 and adds both. The Pro version reaches $38,500 with NVIDIA's Jetson Thor chip and active waste movement. The Max version goes up to $50,000 with more industrial-grade parts. First shipments are expected by June 2026. EngineAI is trying to make a powerful humanoid feel financially reachable for serious buyers. Unitree attacks the price problem from the other side. The G1 starts at around $13,800, while Unitree's smaller R1 humanoid drops the entry point to roughly $5,500. For the cost of one T800, a research team could buy almost 2 G1 units. That means more testing time, more room for experimentation, and a faster path into humanoid robotics for smaller teams. The G1 does not need to be the strongest humanoid to matter. The G1's advantage is that it gives more people a practical way to enter the field. Put it all together, and the comparison becomes easy to understand. The T800 can carry 11 pounds, 5 kilograms per hand, offers up to 275 TOPS of AI compute, and starts at $25,000. The G1 is built for lighter tasks, faster movement, research use, and a lower starting price near $13,800. EngineAI is using the T800 to show what a stronger humanoid body can do when force, durability, and industrial use are the main goals. Unitree is using the G1 to show what happens when a humanoid becomes cheaper, easier to test, and more available to researchers and developers. If you had to choose today, would you trust the stronger T800 or the cheaper and more flexible G1 more in the real world? Comment below and share your thoughts. That is what makes this comparison important. The T800 and the G1 are not just two robots fighting for attention. They show two ways the industry could move forward: stronger bodies built for heavier work, and cheaper platforms built for faster testing and wider access. China is pushing the race into a more practical phase. And if this is where the market is heading, the next robot story may be even bigger. China just announced a national goal to dominate the global robotics industry by 2027, and the autonomous AI technologies already coming out of the country are far beyond what most people imagine when they hear the word robot. We're talking about a missile-armed robot dog designed for urban warfare, an autonomous drone that can hunt submarines for 40 straight hours without a human crew, and a humanoid robot already patrolling alongside Chinese police officers on real city streets. These technologies are no longer being developed quietly behind closed doors. China is actively testing, deploying, and scaling them right now, and the pace of progress is starting to alarm military analysts around the world. One of the most dangerous quadruped robots China has revealed is the PF-070. The robot dog carries 4 anti-tank missiles on its back and is designed to move through dangerous combat zones where tanks and armored vehicles often struggle to operate safely. China already showcased the PF-070 at an international arms expo in Riyadh and openly offered it for sale. The quadruped combines missile launchers, precision targeting systems, low thermal signatures, and low acoustic detection into one compact platform capable of navigating collapsed streets, rubble-filled terrain, and narrow corridors. With a firing range between about 1.2 and 2.5 miles, around 2 and 4 kilometers, the PF-070 can quietly move into position before enemy forces even realize it is there, while China's next autonomous platform moves away from urban warfare completely and into open water military patrol operations. China is also rapidly expanding autonomous naval robotics with the L-30, an unmanned surface vessel designed for military patrol and surveillance missions across large ocean regions where constant human monitoring becomes extremely difficult. The AI-powered vessel can travel at high speed for long distances while using radar, LiDAR, 360-degree optical tracking, and night vision cameras to monitor surrounding threats in real time. Its autonomous navigation platform handles obstacle avoidance, route planning, threat detection, and emergency return completely on its own. China is already deploying the L-30 alongside maritime enforcement units, allowing the robotic vessel to patrol coastlines, track suspicious targets, and collect operational data during real-world missions. But controlling the ocean's surface is only part of the equation, because some of the most dangerous military threats move underneath it completely out of sight. Which one scares you more? A missile robot moving silently through urban streets, or an autonomous war vessel monitoring entire coastlines without human control? Let me know in the comments. The Winglong X was built specifically for underwater warfare, where enemy submarines can remain hidden across massive ocean regions for long periods of time. Traditional anti-submarine operations normally require large patrol aircraft, multiple operators, and constant coordination between military teams, but the Winglong X compresses those responsibilities into one AI-powered autonomous drone capable of remaining airborne for up to 40 hours continuously. The aircraft can deploy sonobuoys, process underwater acoustic signals, identify hostile submarines, and even launch torpedoes during missions without relying on a full onboard crew. But China pushed autonomous drone warfare even further with Swarm Y, where hundreds of AI-controlled drones coordinate attacks simultaneously. Swarm Y is a large-scale drone warfare platform developed by China's National University of Defense Technology to overwhelm battlefields through coordinated aerial attacks. A single military operator using a tablet can manage up to 200 drones, while the swarm automatically divides responsibilities between surveillance, jamming, reconnaissance, and strike operations. During testing, the drones continued flying even after communications were intentionally jammed, recalculating their own routes and completing objectives without waiting for human commands. Instead of relying on one expensive aircraft, Swarm Y allows militaries to deploy massive numbers of AI-coordinated drones that can react faster than traditional command systems. And that same pack-style coordination strategy eventually moves from the sky directly into close-range urban combat. RoboWolf takes that same swarm-style coordination and brings it directly into ground warfare. The wolf-shaped military quadruped appeared publicly during Chinese military exercises while operating alongside PLA infantry through dense urban terrain. Developed by a Norinco subsidiary, the robotic platform supports modular combat payloads, including machine guns, grenade launchers, and micro-missiles depending on mission requirements. The robots constantly exchange battlefield data so that when one unit detects a target, the entire pack immediately becomes aware of it. Combined with aerial drone support, RoboWolf allows military teams to maintain both overhead and ground-level visibility during dangerous urban combat operations, while other Chinese robotics companies are already building weapon-ready quadrupeds designed for large-scale battlefield deployment. Unitree designed the B2 around one goal, creating a military-ready quadruped that can be deployed at massive scale for a fraction of the normal cost. The robot can carry military supplies, transport ammunition, perform reconnaissance missions, and move across rough terrain that soldiers and vehicles often struggle to cross safely. B2-class quadrupeds already appeared during PLA tactical exercises, supporting troops directly on the battlefield. What makes the robot especially dangerous is that Unitree reportedly built it for under $3,000, allowing militaries to potentially deploy huge numbers of armed robotic units at costs far lower than traditional military equipment, while Unitree is also developing humanoid robots designed for advanced combat-style movement. If military robots become cheap enough to deploy by the thousands like the Unitree B2, do you think future wars could completely change forever? Comment below. Another autonomous combat platform quietly gaining importance is the Norinco P60, a robotic combat vehicle designed to navigate dangerous military environments without requiring a human driver or remote operator controlling every movement. The vehicle can move through rough terrain, assess surrounding threats, and operate during frontline support missions using DeepSeek, China's domestically developed AI platform. After US semiconductor restrictions targeted China's AI industry in 2022, many analysts expected military robotics programs to slow down. Instead, the P60 became proof that China accelerated domestic AI development, while the next project shows what happens when that same AI begins coordinating large-scale autonomous drone warfare directly. That battlefield decision-making is exactly where DeepSeek becomes far more concerning. The AI platform is now being integrated directly into autonomous drone warfare, allowing battlefield decisions to happen at speeds no human military command structure can realistically match. Researchers at Xi'an Technological University revealed that their DeepSeek-powered battlefield platform could analyze 10,000 combat scenarios in only 48 seconds, while traditional military planning teams would normally require nearly 48 hours for the same level of analysis. During military exercises, operators launched FPV drones manually, while the AI handled targeting, navigation, formation coordination, and attack execution completely on its own during active combat situations. Do you think AI battlefield platforms like DeepSeek are more dangerous than the robots themselves? Share your opinion in the comments. Although the next humanoid robot has already moved beyond military testing and into real-world police patrol operations, the EngineAI PM01 has already spent months patrolling alongside police officers on live streets in Shenzhen during active duty operations. The humanoid interacts naturally with civilians, responds in both Mandarin and Cantonese, and continuously collects operational data from every patrol shift it completes. Under China's military-civil fusion strategy, that real-world data can eventually contribute to future autonomous security and defense systems. The PM01 is not officially categorized as a weapon, but it is already operating in public environments while learning how humans behave during real-world interactions and law enforcement situations. And that may be the biggest warning sign of all this. China is no longer just testing individual robots or AI platforms separately. It is building an entire autonomous warfare ecosystem where humanoids, drones, quadrupeds, surveillance systems, and battlefield AI are all improving together at the same time. The more these technologies operate in real military exercises, public patrols, and combat simulations, the faster they evolve. And if this pace continues for the next few years, China may end up building the most advanced autonomous military force the world has ever seen.